Probably the most important thing in hitting is to see the ball well. If you really watch the ball and concentrate on it and see it well, you can do a lot of other things wrong and still hit the ball. But you can do a lot of things right, and if you're not watching the ball, you're still not going to hit it. Or if you do, you're not going to hit it well. So we need to work on a lot of drills involving the visual part of hitting. One good way to do this is to take a sunny day and have your player draw a circle in the dirt about a diameter of, say, 12 inches or so. She then backs away from that circle and positions the shadow of her head in the circle. Now she's going to watch her head, or at least the shadow of it, in the circle as she takes her swings, trying to keep her head in that circle. It exaggerates the concept of a head staying still just a little bit, but it's a great way to work on keeping the head from moving a lot, to work on the balance of your swing so that your eyes are in a good position to really see the ball well. Work on that vision so you can be a good hitter. Shadow drill is a great way to do it. One of the skills very important in hitting is to be able to find center or focus or concentrate on the point of release. We're taught by science that you can only find center or concentrate really on a small object for about 2 to 3 seconds. After that, your concentration's lost and you kind of fade in and out. We can teach this concentration skill in places other than just watching a point of release. Here we've got some girls lined up looking at a scoreboard, and when we tell them to, they focus or fine-tune it down to about the home area rather than the entire scoreboard. They might even fine-tune down to the O or the H or the M or the E, but they're working on that fine centering or focusing rather than a broad centering. We'll expand this in just a minute and show how a hitter can do this when they're watching a pitcher in the point of release. Here we've lined up the batter and the pitcher in the actual type situation you see in a game or in batting practice. The batter should be looking at the entire pitcher or the upper half of the body or whatever, but not yet focusing or fine centering on the point of release. It's too early and you'd lose your concentration. When the pitcher starts to release the ball, that's when you want to find center so you can pick up the point of release. Here's what it would look like. Really focusing in at the point of release, but not looking there too soon. Another good drill that we can use for the visual part of hitting is what we call strike zone recognition. We have a batter at the plate and a pitcher throwing the ball across the plate, and we've got a catcher back there. Now see, the batter's looking at the pitch from the viewpoint of a batter, but the catcher's looking at it like an umpire would. This enables the batter to see if they're really seeing the pitch the way the umpire sees it. She calls each pitch ball or strike and sees if she agrees with the catcher. It's a good drill to work on strike zone recognition, learning which pitches to swing at when you're at the plate. Another way to improve the visual part of hitting. A very good drill for improving tracking skills of a hitter is to take balls and have them wrapped in different colored tape or paint different colored spots on them or use ball with different colored seams, something involving different colors. As the ball is released, the hitter, not knowing what color it is, has to watch the point of release and quickly call out the color. This teaches her to watch the point of release and then to track the ball all the way to the plate. Puts a little bit more significance on pitch recognition and tracking skills, both of which are very important for successful hitting.
Blue. Green.
Okay. You can add to this drill by having the hitter make a decision. Here we've got red balls and blue balls. She's taking the blue ball and hitting the red ball. Not only does she have to recognize it now, but she has to act upon it. A good drill to work on Several aspects of the visual part of hitting is a drill we call ball hit. It's a lot like pepper. When the ball is tossed, as it's released from the release point, the hitter says ball. That makes her concentrate on the release point. Then she tracks the ball to a point as close to the bat as possible and tries to say hit when the bat contacts the ball. It's a visual tracking drill called ball hit. It's a good one to work on for all aspects of the visual part of hitting. Actually, a good time to work on tracking skills for the visual part of hitting is when you're just out throwing the ball. As the person releases the ball being thrown to you, you can track it from their hand, which is a little higher than the point of release in softball, but you still get the same thing accomplished by tracking the ball from the point of release to the area where you are. You could actually make it even more realistic by turning your body. If you're the one catching, you can have your body turned sideways, put your hands up as if you're going to hit, and then reach out and backhand the ball. You're going to track it from the release point and then drive your hands at the ball. This is something that we do constantly. We're out just throwing and catching. We can actually use throwing and catching as a good time to practice hitting, particularly the tracking skill that's so very important to the art of hitting. A lot of hitters have a problem with taking their eye off the ball a little too soon, pulling their head out. We need drills to help them to watch the ball longer, to track it all the way from the pitcher's hand to as close to the bat as possible, and keep that view right there, ducking the head down so they can see the ball actually almost hit the bat. They won't be able to see it quite that long because of the angle their eyes would have to move, but they want to attempt to watch it just as long as they can. What we'll do in this drill to help the hitter watch the ball longer is have her, after she hits the ball into the fence, call out the color of a token that we throw out in front of the tee. Now, we could use coins and toss them there and make her call out penny, nickel, dime, quarter, or whatever it might be. You might even throw out M&Ms and Lifesavers and let her have it if she gets it right. Kind of kidding you there, of course. I don't believe she'd want it after it hit the ground. But the idea is to watch the color, to keep the eye on the ball just a little bit longer. Here's how it works. Did a good job. It makes her keep her head down and pick up the color of the token tossed in front of the tee.